Huh? Oh, right. I'm reviewing Green Lantern again. Sorry, I've skipped out on sleep quite a bit due to having a bunch of essays to write, back-to-back D&D, and a friend who plays games late at night while also being 3 hours ahead of me and probably not doing anything in his day and forced me to not have time for the essays, and it's just a whole bunch of shit coming my way. And it seems that my ship was burning fuel this entire time I was sleeping, so I have no idea where I am. Wolf, are you there? I've been calling you non-stop on the program Chaos. If I didn't wake up the first few times, why did you keep calling? Shut up. Anyways, stop falling asleep and review the next episode already. If you don't, you'll fall behind and never get to the Darkstalkers OVA. Can't Cat in that bumbling house of his just do it? Oh, that's so funny I can't even look at you. But seriously, without you, I'm basically nothing. You're already nothing. Get on with the review. Fine. In this episode, Razer's Edge, Razer is put behind bars on an asteroid. But first, we see Razer forced to rewatch the destruction of the planet until Kilowog does some hostile interrogation.
Easy there, Kilowog. This thing's a rental, remember?
No. A rental implies that you have the consent of the party that owns it. What you did was theft. And apparently it being a rental is such a big deal that Kilowog storms off. Stupid space DMV. Hal tries to get Razer to join them, but Razer just sees the situation as more people to hate. Who knows how long his list is by now. So the Guardians call again, what is this, Mass Effect 3? And they give Hal command of the Interceptor because the duo is now the only frontline of defense they have for Oa. Now it's no longer theft, Hal. The Guardians suggest Razer be locked up because they still believe in some form of justice, but Razer still wishes for death because of his crime. I mean, it's only genocide. Jerry Brown might give him a slap on the wrist for that, but I would have thought the Guardians would want execution for all the innocents and Green Lanterns he took down. But Aya's confused for his longing for death. So they drop him off on the nearest prison, which is on an asteroid for some reason. Was a planet too expensive? That's no asteroid, that's a space prison.
Ain't that bad? Are you kidding? This place gives me the creeps. It's like fear radiates from the walls.
Ominous shot of yellow energy crystals while mentioning fear? I'm sure it's nothing. Oh, and it's inhabited by spiders. So this is where a new Brock fled to. Anyways, the Spider Warden seems very happy to have another prisoner to, air quotes, redeem.
Guests never return to a life of crime. Well, I'm sold.
2 seconds? Man, what else would fool Kilowog?
Oh, hold on. You have a choice. You can have the boat or the mystery box. Well, I'm sold.
Hal, though, is a little suspicious, but not too suspicious, so Razer's hooked up to machines.
Soon you'll find yourself far, far away.
Oh no, he'll be sent to the Star Wars sequel movies. Wait, then he can kill Rey and fix everything. As for the actual treatment, they just do some electroshock while a space bat flies above the Interceptor. Kilowog starts acting crazy until the pair see it and check it out. Hal catches it because he's the main character, and it is then put in a tiny box and later interrogated. Turns out Gogon escaped from the prison and is the evolved form of Donatello, but in space.
Yes, Gogon tunneled 12 years.
12 years? Pfft, that's probably only like 10 Earth minutes. So basically, he was tortured by the space spiders. Hal and Kilowog return to break into the prison to see what really goes on in there.
If we're not back, start without us because we're probably dead.
Hal, you forgot that he can't escape from that holding cell, so he'll just starve to death. Hal and Kilowog go into the prison, but are followed by spider guards, while we get to see parts of Razer's origin story in space Iraq. Seriously, he and his wife, Ilana, live under a warlord on a desert-like planet, while said girlfriend has a hijab or niqab or something of the sort. Oh, and Grey Griffin is Ilana. But the credits don't list it at the end of the episode, nor does Wikipedia credit Grey Griffin as such. Razer wants to join the military to make it a better place, but Ilana thinks that they'd be better off with teachers and doctors and stuff like that. Hal and Kilowog come across the torture slabs and find scratch marks.
These yellow stones are everywhere. They make my skin crawl. I've never seen you scared before. I ain't scared of no rocks.
So subtle. But then they get attacked by spider guards, and their power rings are useless due to the crystals. Man, this is just so damn subtle. Back in Razer's past, we see that things got worse, and Razer did join the militia, but comes back to his dead wife.
I came back for you. I came back.
Coming back means jack shit in the end. Many soldiers say they'll come back, but ultimately it means nothing. People die, especially when in a war zone, or a chance that they left you for someone else. Soldiers have probably some of the worst relationships since they can't be with their loved ones a lot of the time, but enough of that. Hal and Kilowog are cocooned, and again they bring up that their rings don't properly function. It's just too damn subtle for me.
So you do run a gulag after all?
No, a gulag and a prison are different things. A prison keeps people who have broken the law or were found guilty, and are meant to stay there for a certain period of time.
We don't torture the prisoners here, not in the traditional sense.
Thank whatever deity you pray to for that. I don't think this episode would have made it past censors if we did do the traditional sense. So, Hal and Kilowog also get the headband electroshock devices that force them to relive their worst moments until they get eaten. Wait, what? That just got a whole lot darker. Oh, and he does an evil laugh, so that way the kids that are still watching this know he's definitely evil. Gogun and Aya wait for the two, so Aya leaves as a ball of energy. Wait, what? So, yeah, Aya can just move through circuits, while Razer is chosen by the Red Ring because of his anger and bloodlust. And we get to see that great fire animation again. Aya frees Razer by entering his dream and possessing his dead wife. Jeez, that probably sent him through a panic attack. Razer explains that he knows he's in a forced dream sequence and that he already plays the memories in his own head, since it at least allows him to see his wife again, even if she dies in the end. Razer then bitches about how he should die before Aya corrects him about how Kilowog saved them. Wait, what? You mean to tell me that they let him believe he killed everyone on that planet? Why? Were they afraid that he'd attack them? Even though he learns this, he still committed murder to, 3 Grand Lanterns.
What you want is irrelevant.
The hell, Aya? Yeah, screw Razer constantly bitching, being justly punished. Let's break him out for Hal and Kilowog. That'll be a fun clip to use in the future. Razer continues to be racist to machines, just like another space Muslim, and leaves.
I believe this is where they are keeping Hal and Kilowog.
Any other way?
That is the path back to the ship. No! You cannot leave them to die!
Of course, that doesn't happen. He gets his ring back and somehow saves Hal and Kilowog. What was it, Spider Warden taking his sweet time walking over to Hal? Razer and Kilowog kill some more spiders while Hal fights Spider Warden. Razer takes his ring off, again should be dead. Gogun is now the temporary warden. He truly is the Valjean of space. And Hal trusts Razer enough to give him his ring and make him a part of their team. Razer then stops his racism to Aya, a lot faster than the Quarians, and that's the end. What the hell did I just watch? Putting aside the racism against machines, we had alien spiders that torture prisoners before devouring them, and the leader was voiced by Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger. We also get Razer's backstory, which is actually tragic, unlike some other reformed villains I know of. The yellow crystals and Hal and Kilowog feeling fear is very forced, because if you know of the Green Lantern series, the yellow light energy of the Sinestro Corps is their weakness, as well as...
Damn you and your lemonade!
Truly, lemonade is the greatest threat. However, the crystals were at least a plot point in the story, so I can't be too mad. Just mad at how many times it's referenced in that ominous shot of it. Ooh, crystals, so scary. The action scene near the end is pretty great, though I don't know why the spider had to do an evil laugh after taking Hal and Kilowog prisoner. Overall, this episode gets a 7.5 out of 10. Spider and Glint did a pretty good job, Razer's backstory was great, but seeing maniacal laughter come from a villain after he already did something evil, and Aya moving through circuitry, makes it lose some points. Hope you liked this review, and I'll see you all later.